Welcome back, family. Welcome back. Yo, I want to let you know you are a brave individual. You are taking on this dare. Look, a lot of the times, most people will not do the work needed to get to where they want to go. So kudos to you. High five, knuckle touch, bow. Let's keep it going, y'all. Let's keep the momentum going. So, day one was all about understanding what analysis paralysis is and why it's so important. And you had homework, and I hope you did it. And that was write out the situations on when analysis paralysis hits you. And I want you to start asking yourself why you get in that funk, why you get in that mood, why you get in that mode. And I hope you wrote these things out. It's really simple, but it's a very powerful exercise. So now we're on to day two. And we're going to get to the meat and potatoes right away, immediately. It's all about value, okay? It's all about value. So let's talk about it as a conglomerate, then we'll dive right back in. So when it comes to analysis paralysis, it is part of a bigger scheme that's going on inside your mind. You have to recognize that what's happening to you is a result of some certain things that happen in your life and certain things that you didn't have. Look, you didn't have it. I didn't have it. Most people don't have it. And that is a firm, stable foundation that they have decided on. All right. A lot of the times we have our own wants and needs as children, and they get pushed to the side and replaced with what adults think that we should be doing. And while the adults mean well, usually it doesn't typically fare well for us because we're typically at this odds where we're kind of like, I don't know what I want to do. Like, I know I want to make you happy, but I also have my own needs and desires. And what happens is our inner child basically gets put in a box and tucked away deep inside of us. And it's still there, you know, sometimes it'll shake. And that's why we have these outbursts. And one of the ways that it shakes is this analysis paralysis. It's still afraid. It's still scared of disappointing somebody. And it's because you are too busy trying to still seek the approval of somebody else that's not you. Whoa. I know you might be saying, I don't know about that. I just, I work well under pressure. Something along those lines. Or maybe this resonates directly with you. And it will and it should once you peel back that layer of what I call BS that you've shielded yourself with. The mind is extremely good at putting you into self-denial, where we tell things to ourselves so that we don't have to face certain truths. And the truth is, from a very young age, we've been brainwashed. Our inner child has been stuffed away, and typically as an adult, it wants to surface back out. And since we never learned how to handle our emotions, it surfaces out in these emotions that we can't explain. Analysis paralysis is one of the biggest ones. We are afraid to make a decision. We are afraid to take action. We don't know how to take action. And that's because we don't have a root to act from. And therefore, we're swayed easily and we get stuck in this or that, wrong, right, and all these things. And it overwhelms us. It short circuits us. And we end up just shutting down and not doing anything. But I'm here to help you stand back up and stand firm in your own values and identities. And I just want to put this out there for the adept people, the people that are going to go and really want to get to that next level in their life. In my Inner Matrix Discovery program, we actually do all this digging. We get clear on your values. We help you discover a philosophy, and we get you a framework and routines that you can work around. Just want to put that out there so you understand that there are resources to get you to a better state of living. But you got to understand how all that plays into analysis paralysis. And it comes from not having your own values, not having your own philosophy. Why and how does that apply? Well, when you don't have your own values, when you don't have your own philosophy, you don't really know how to make decisions because you don't know what your intended outcome is or should be. I'm going to pause for a moment. I'm going to let you think on that. You have analysis paralysis because you don't understand what you want your outcome to actually be. You just have a thought about it, but you don't know what you want it to be. Let's sit for a moment and think about that. Just let that sit in. Okay. You let it sit in. So let's go through this process of overcoming and freeing yourself from analysis paralysis. And I have everything written down because I like to write. I'm a note taker. So I have 4 simple steps, right? There's 4 simple steps. The first one is identify your needs, your values, and you want to use them as leverage for decision making. So get clear on what you want out of life. Get clear. And you use that as leverage, right? Number 2, you want to shift your focus from the whys, why do I get anxiety, to the outcome that you want, right? So sometimes we get into the analysis paralysis state because we have a fear of something, right? We're afraid of being rejected. We're afraid of failure. We're afraid of showing that we don't know something, right? And that's what we focus on. But in order to escape the box, you got to shift the thinking from why I wouldn't do this or why I shouldn't to what are my goals? What are my values? And then what decision is going to get me closer to my value, right? The third step is less emphasis. It's less emphasis on what can go wrong and more on what can go right. Recognize that, family. That's the simplest thing you can do. You just change what you're focusing on, right? If you go out driving and you look for a black car, you're going to find a black car. If you look for a pink car, you're going to find a pink car. If you look for a green car, you're going to find a green car. The mind is actively seeking answers every moment of the day based on what you are giving it. So all you have to do is focus on the things that matter. So don't focus on what can go wrong because you'll find what can go wrong. Focus on what can go right and you'll see how much faster that gets attracted to you. And the fourth thing is we make a decision. You got to just make a decision that gets you closer to your desired outcome. It's that simple, y'all. Those are 4 simple steps, right? So 1, identify your values. Identify the outcomes that you want and use it as leverage. The second thing is stop focusing on the why and focusing on what's going to get you closer to your desired outcome. Number 3, less emphasis on what can go wrong and more emphasis on what can go right. And number 4, make a decision. You have to learn to make decisions, y'all. And again, that's something that we go over in IMD and the IMD course as well. It's very powerful. It's a whole module designated to the technicals of decision making, right? So let's talk about your homework now. This is a very simple homework task, right? And it's all about a proactive approach to things. So I want you to make a mental note. And this is how you're going to get over the analysis paralysis, by thinking about things in advance. So when they do come, you already know the answer and all you got to do is act. This is the homework. This is the challenge. This is the dare. I want you to tell yourself, and I want you to get honest with yourself. Stay aware. The next time an opportunity comes that I know I need, I will say yes to it. That's the only homework you got. That's the dare. I dare you to get real with yourself and get honest with yourself and tell yourself that and then do it. The next time an opportunity comes that I know I need, I will say yes to it. All right? It's that simple, family. That is the dare. So we got a few action steps before we go ahead and get out of this one, all right? The first one is I want you to join my Facebook page. It's IALLG. Every month I'll be posting some kind of challenge. I'll also post different motivational, quotes or text or pictures or videos, whatever comes to mind, because I have a lot of energy. As you can see, I got a lot of thoughts, a lot of things that I want to share with you all. It's free to join. And I just want to share some value with you. Let's build this community up. Let's, be the next change, this next shift that's going to impact this world. And that is very important work. And you're doing the work right now to be a part of that. All right. That's the first thing I want you to do. The second thing is I just want you to do the homework. Have that talk with yourself. Have that talk with yourself. It's very, very important. The next time an opportunity comes that I know that I need, I will say yes. Okay. With that, y'all, congratulations. You guys are killing it. You guys are doing it. You're on day 2 of the 3-day dare. We got that last dare tomorrow. All you got to do is show up, family. I look forward to give you all some pro tips on how to get through this test. And with that, my name is Brother Coasty at IALLG. Remember, we're always building bridges within to explore the world without. Y'all take it easy. Peace.